Aristotle's Virtue Ethics, a path to a meaningful and balanced life. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, 384 to 322 BCE, stands as one of the most influential thinkers in Western philosophy. His work, particularly in Nicomachean Ethics, offers a timeless framework for living a good life, not through rigid rules or divine commands, but through the cultivation of character via virtue ethics. At its core, Aristotle's philosophy posits that true happiness, or eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or a meaningful life, arises from habitually practicing virtues that align our actions with reason and our potential as human beings. In this exploration, we'll dive into Aristotle's teachings on virtue ethics, unpack how moderation, the golden mean, fosters balance, and provide practical ways to apply his wisdom for self-improvement. Whether you're navigating modern stresses like work-life imbalance or seeking deeper purpose, Aristotle's insights remain profoundly relevant. What is virtue ethics? Aristotle's foundation for a meaningful life. Unlike deontological ethics, duty-based, or consequentialism, outcome-based, virtue ethics focuses on who we are becoming rather than what we do in isolated moments. Aristotle argues that humans are rational animals with a telos purpose to achieve eudaimonia, a state of fulfillment where we realize our highest potential. Eudaimonia defined, it's not fleeting pleasure, hedonism, but a sustained activity of the soul in accordance with virtue. Imagine a life where your actions, relationships, and pursuits contribute to a sense of wholeness, like an artist fully immersed in creation, or a parent nurturing with wisdom. The role of habits, virtues, aren't innate gifts. They're developed through practice. Aristotle famously says, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Just as a musician hones skill through daily scales, we build virtues by choosing the right actions in context. Key virtues include intellectual virtues, for example, wisdom, understanding gained through study and reflection. Moral virtues, for example, courage, generosity, acquired via habituation, guided by reason. Aristotle emphasizes that virtues make us good people, and good people naturally lead good lives. This shifts the focus from external success to internal character, offering an antidote to today's metric-driven culture. The golden mean, achieving balance through moderation. Central to Aristotle's ethics is the doctrine of the mean, the idea that virtue lies in the moderation between extremes of excess and deficiency. This isn't bland mediocrity, but a dynamic balance tailored to the situation, discerned by practical wisdom, phronesis. This table highlights how moderation isn't a fixed rule, but a skill. Aristotle warns that finding the mean requires phronesis, the ability to judge contextually, like a seasoned navigator reading winds and waves. In practice, the golden mean promotes balance across life's domains. Emotional balance, avoiding emotional volatility by channeling feelings rationally. Social balance, relating to others with justice and friendship, neither isolated nor overly dependent. Physical, intellectual balance, pursuing health and learning without obsession or neglect. By aiming for the mean, we avoid the pitfalls of extremes: think, burnout from overwork, excess ambition, or stagnation from laziness, deficiency. Applying Aristotle's wisdom, self-improvement in the modern world. Aristotle's philosophy isn't abstract theory. It's a blueprint for transformation. Here's how to integrate it into your daily life for self-improvement. 1. Self-reflection. Know thyself. Start with honest assessment. Aristotle believed self-knowledge is the foundation of virtue. Journal weekly. In what situations did I veer toward excess or deficiency? What virtue could I have practiced instead? Action step. Use a virtue audit. Track 1. Virtue, for example, patience for a week. Note triggers for imbalance and adjustee. G. If impatience arises in traffic as a chance to practice equanimity. 2. Habit building. Practice makes perfect. Small, consistent actions compound. To cultivate generosity, commit to one kind act daily, like complimenting a colleague or volunteering time. Modern twist. Leverage apps or reminders. But remember Aristotle's emphasis on intentionality over automation. Pair habits with reflection. After an act of courage, for example, networking at an event, ask, did this align with my flourishing? 3. Cultivate phronesis. Develop practical wisdom. Read widely and discuss ethics with others. Aristotle thrived in communal inquiry. Join a philosophy book club or podcast on Stoicism, a descendant of Aristotelian thought. Action step. Indecisions. Pause and ask Aristotle's triad. What would excess look like? Deficiency. What's the balanced path here? For career choices, excess might be chasing prestige blindly. Deficiency, settling for mediocrity. The mean, pursuing work that honors your talents while serving others. 4. Foster relationships. Virtue in community. Aristotle saw friendship as essential to eudaimonion, not just utility-based ties, but those rooted in mutual virtue. Self-improvement tip. Audit your circle. Seek virtuous friends who challenge growth and practice virtues like honesty in conflicts. This builds resilience and joy. 5. Embrace moderation for work-life harmony in our 24/7 world. Aristotle's mean counters hustle culture. Balance ambition with rest. Work diligently, but unplug to recharge. G. Exercise moderately, not gym obsession or couch potato. Eat mindfully, not gluttony or restriction, and limit screen time to foster contemplation. Challenges in application. Aristotle acknowledges we're not all starting equal upbringing and circumstances matter. Yet, he insists progress is possible through effort. If vices feel entrenched, seek mentors or therapy as modern extensions of phronosis. Why Aristotle matters today. A call to flourishing in an era of anxiety and superficial metrics, likes, salaries. Aristotle reminds us that a meaningful life is an art form, crafted through virtuous habits and balanced choices. By pursuing eudaimonia, we don't just improve ourselves, we contribute to a better society. Start small. Pick one virtue this week. Reflect on the mean. Notice how it shifts your inner world. As Aristotle might say, the journey to excellence is its own reward.